if you don't make a good first impression, you're not going to get a second one. So first thing is you take a look at your website and, take a look at your online presence, make sure you're on page 1 of a Google search and all that.
This is the Thriving Dentist Show with Gary Takis, where we help you develop your ideal dental practice.
And here's a mindset observation. We used to think that, it's all about first impressions. It's all about first impressions. And we used to think that the first impression is when we met the patient in the office. And that might have been true back 20 years ago, right?
Right.
But where's the first impression now? Likely. Where is it likely today?
Online.
Online. It's likely on your website or reading a Google review,
right,
or something like that. And where's the second impression?
The phone call.
The phone call, right? And so if, let's say you're if you don't make a good first impression, you're not going to get a second one. So first thing is you take a look at your website and, take a look at your online presence, make sure you're on page 1 of a Google search and all that. But let's say you've got that. Then if the second impression isn't consistent with the first, they're not going to.
And to be honest, I would argue the second impression is the first human connection, meaning it's the first person-to-person connection, because till then they are looking at stuff. They're not talking to anyone. They are not, feeling if that, seeing if that person cares about me. None of that is happening. None of that communication, verbal communication, the tone of voice, none of that is happening. So I would argue that second impression is the most important impression.
Yeah.
It's almost like the first impression. It's like,
great point. You're so spot on of that.
One that provides personal, professional, and financial satisfaction.